if you've traveled a lot in Louisiana, you know that there are a lot of pine trees, and while they can all look the same, there's a lot going on under those needles.
As TWILA's Neil Melancon shows us, Louisiana has one of the most biodiverse areas in the world.
It's a beautiful morning in Kisatche National Forest, and this group of loggers and forestry personnel are not only out here to enjoy it, but get an education as well. They're here to learn about the good forestry management practices that not only increase native wildlife and biodiversity, but provide for a rural economy. And it all starts with these pine trees.
We're trying to restore the native longleaf forest that was here for, tens of thousands of years. And a lot of that's gone now. And now we're trying to bring some of that back. And logging is very much an important part of what we do to help manage this ecosystem.
Fryer says while long blocks of pine trees may not look like much, they support one of the most biodiverse areas in the world.
The longleaf ecosystem is the second most diverse ecosystem behind the rainforest. And people don't realize that, but when you look at all the grasses and the different plants and the insects and the animals that live out there, that's what makes it so complex.
The wildlife that uses them is a sign of a healthy forest, and while we were out here, the news came that the red cockaded woodpecker was moved up a grade from endangered to threatened. That's in no small part thanks to the efforts of foresters who have used relocation and artificial nests like these to make this a literal breeding ground.
You got a ready-made home for a red cockaded woodpecker, and they'll use that. So we've been able to increase the population. That way you get the habitat in good shape, and you thin the forest and burn the forest to where it manages the understory.
Like Shively says, burning is a great tool for use in the understory as it clears out competing loblollies and other invasives. Good forestry practices are another, and that's why logger Tony Elliott is here to get a better feel for the practices used.
It's like it's a big garden. And you gotta thin the bad stuff out, and we use that for toilet tissue and paper. The lumber we use to build houses, you're gonna need it, for everybody needs lumber.
The public-private partnership here in Kisatche has led to both the preservation of species and commercial use. And while not everyone likes snakes, the Louisiana pine snake has also benefited. This highly endangered Louisiana native is non-venomous, but helps keep down the rodent population, which also threatens birds and crops. Forestry is a key part of this species' survival.
Trees are like people. They hit a certain age, their productivity goes down. So we keep the forest healthy and better prepared for disease or insect outbreaks by keeping the forest thinned and the different habitat requirements for the different species that we're managing for.
Now, while the Louisiana pine snake may not be everyone's cup of tea, it does represent a healthy ecology, and that ecology can support wildlife, agriculture, forestry, and commercial interest if we're smart about it. Reporting from the Kisatche National Forest near Woodworth, I'm Neil Melancon.
Now, if you'd like to follow those eagles online, and who wouldn't, or if you want to find out more about Louisiana's wildlife, we'll have some links over on our website at twilatv.org.